We're doing it live.
Anything too scandalous.
Extra scandalous.
Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Yeah. So we're live. We're gonna chillax, and I mean it's live now. So if Kelsey wants to open it up and see if she can hear you and me, that's fine.
Yeah, I would be happy to test that. If you will excuse me yelling across the house for just 10 minutes.
Oh,
One second.
Please do.
Hey Kelsey, would you please test to see if you can hear us on the stream? Go to Kevin's channel, see if we're live, see if you can hear us.
This is how the professionals do it, my friend.
This is right. That's it. That's how we do it.
Hi. You turn on the internet. See if it's working.
Jesus Christ.
That they're streaming. I fished in a stream once.
Oh God. You're like, what is this internet? What is this internet called? What do we have? I shortened the Carlos Redeem, so it's the short version now. It's funny. I think it's hilarious. But after I also listened to it for 4 hours last night, I was like, okay, I'll shorten it.
See, I had the opposite reaction. I thought it was way too long when I first heard it, and the more it played, the more hilarious it got.
That's great. Hey, NC Animates, how you doing? Would you mind telling me, can you hear Ray? Ray's talking right now. Go ahead, Ray. Say some things.
Say some things?
Yeah, some things.
Some things? Some things. Can you hear the things I'm saying? I thought I had someone in there telling me, but I guess she forgot.
NC Animates can confirm he hears Ray.
Alrighty.
And also, our esteemed, lovely troubleshooting expert, K-Cat Meow, also says we can hear, and we are still watching the Wieners. We are still watching the Wieners. That's awesome. Okay, so can you guys hear the music too? So I'm sorry, we went a little early because we needed there's certain things you can only troubleshoot when you're live. It's like you can't do it. Can you guys hear Ray and can you hear the music? Both things are okay.
Either one is fine also.
Okay, awesome. Music is good. Ray, look, everything's great. Everything's great. Awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do, thank you for helping. I'm going to switch over to the starting soon screen. We'll just let that go for the next 9 minutes, and Ray and I can talk, and you won't hear us.
Ooh, secrets.
All right, so I'm going to switch back to the starting soon screen. Which also means I need to change the Kickstarter feed.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
here
we go. And I can still hear you. You can hear me. All right.
Okay, cool. I was going to say, did we get a new wiener on the watch?
Easy. All right, let's see.
Kelsey was so confused about that. She's like, but why is it the wiener watch? Why?
Oh, can you guys still hear us on the starting soon screen? Because that's awesome. If
Whoops.
you can. Do we tell them we can hear them? Okay, that's part of the... All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Scandalous.
Here, I'm going to try this, and let's see if you guys can still hear us. If I mute... Don't facepalm me. Don't come into my house and facepalm me. Come into my house. You know what? You want to know something? This is hard work.
Well, art is not all fun and games. It's a lot of hard work.
That's fine. I think maybe I can't. I think that is...
Hey, okay, I did it. Yeah! Congratulations, dude. Shout it out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
Thank you for the shout out, NC Animates. I think that's the other... That is the side effect of having it, is that it's just always on, I think.
Oh.
Which is fine.
We can't be secret then. We can't talk about them behind their backs.
I know.
The things I was going to say.
Yeah, because it's just taking all the audio that comes in. Let me turn the music back on then. Where's the music? Where's the music?
It's in your soul.
There we go. So yeah, I can hear clicking. I can hear you clicking, Kevin. Yeah, we're still early. It's fine. You guys can hear us. We're aware. This works though. Look, baby steps, right?
We're getting there, little by little.
I mean, we're not sharing screens or I mean, that's we got to go on a few more dates before we do that. But we can at least have audio, which is great.
Yeah, you know, that's the third date.
That's the third date when we start sharing screens. I've added Shrek, so Shrek is now. What's up, Brian? Thank you for the sub, man. We were doing some troubleshooting, and then I realized I can't turn off what I turned on to get our audios in, so now you get to hear us during the starting soon screen. This is bonus content.
Behind the scenes exclusive.
Yeah. It'll be great. It'll be awesome. These guys with the Italian hands. These guys. You're gonna do lunch. What are you doing for lunch? Brian says eating lunch. I'll try to relate.
Oh, okay.
Because I gotta remember that you can't. Ray's like in the void. He's in the shadow realm, and he's like, I see nothing and hear nothing. My only communication.
I just assume every time it's quiet that there's someone playing an obnoxious, sound alert or something that I just have to wait through.
Obnoxious. So you thought the Carlos shout out was too long at first, and then it was better as you because it's funny. It is funny.
Yeah, my first reaction was, oh, this is way too much. But every single time you played it afterwards, it just got funnier and funnier, and I was just dying by the end of the night. It may be because I was tired.
That's probably it. I do think it was worth it to have the grand finale be the full thing, but I still like the joke. The joke still punches. The joke of, here's your shout out. I hope you have the same amount of followers you started with. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But yeah,
Is there a way to make it like randomized? So sometimes you get the short one, sometimes you get the super long one.
I think there is. I need to ask Brian about it. Brian knows. Don't answer, Brian.
Yeah.
Eat your lunch. But I think there's ways that you can, because you know what else I want to do? What's up, Jay Freak? I want to have variations of the Hi Kevin from SpongeBob, because in that episode he says it like 6 times and it's all slightly different. And so I would like
that would be good.
So that there's like each time it plays, it's one of the different clips of either him sliding into the stage or popping up from behind the curtain. Or I think that would be funny, but I haven't put too much time into looking into it.
Okay, but if you do that, you have to make it so there's no delay, so we can all just play Hi Kevin, Hi Kevin, Hi Kevin, over and over and over.
No cooldown. So like I changed the Carlos shout out, and so now there's no cooldown, so you can spam multiple Carlos shout outs.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because this is called hashtag content. And also Jay Freak, thanks for popping in, Jay Freak. Can we get a shout out for Jay Freak, please?
Hey, okay, I did it. Yeah! Congratulations, you've been shouted out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
Thank you, Carlos.
Oh, this is going to be really interesting to watch on the replay.
I want, yeah, probably. I already kind of have a general idea. Welcome, guys. This is the pre-show, guys. Welcome into the pre-show. I still want to I need something that's like scandalous / sus. That's the Arctic Arts Redeem. Has to be. So I have to wait for him to say something right in one of his streams. It's like sus, scandalous, or whatever. And then eyebrow, we need something just like some feral comment. Something just off the wall. You know what I mean? Like everyone's got their brand. I have to play into it. So I'm and then I think Jay Freak, Kevin's always listening. I'm always watching and listening. I think Jay Freak is a little bit of a secret chaos agent. So there'll be the moment. Everyone's got their moment where I'm like, congratulations, you're a star.
There's nuggets of gold in there. We just got to find them.
That's right. Yo, is this the guy from the Dr. Pepper redeem?
Good job. You did it. Drink a Dr. Pepper.
It is. It's the same guy.
You did it. Drink a Dr. Pepper.
He said
Good job.
He said
Hey. I forgot part of it. Did you catch that?
You failed.
I know. I'm so sorry.
When you finally get to shows again and you have a booth, people are gonna bring you Dr. Pepper cans to autograph.
Yeah, definitely. It's already happening. They're at my doorstep as we speak. Have to beat them off with a stick.
Hey, hashtag sponsored. Dr. Pepper sponsorship. That was so funny.
Please.
When you did your live stream and you pulled out the liter, you're like, guys, I'm back on the sauce. It's like the biggest bottle you could buy.
It's a problem. It's an addiction, guys. It's not funny. Why aren't you laughing?
Please stop. Drink it. Drink more of it. Please leave me alone. It'd be good.
It's a heart attack, guys. It's waiting to happen.
It should be a good time. Should be a good time. But yeah, your audio sounds fine. There's no, at least at this point in time, there's no choppiness. There's no issues. So hopefully there's
That
no
is
delay.
good.
You never know.
Yeah, the people will let us know.
Yeah, they're relentless.
I feel like we're having a human conversation, though. I feel like we've got a little back and forth here.
Yeah. Yep. Guys, if you want a wonderful example of maybe not so human of a conversation, no, never mind.
Please don't.
Please don't. I was thinking about that interview the other day. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
No.
And I was like,
No.
wow, it's so bizarre. It's so bizarre.
Did you watch the whole thing?
The whole thing, man.
Oh, why? I didn't even watch the whole thing.
I just let it play. I just listened to it while I worked. And
Oh, no.
I'm like, this is so bizarre. It's so bizarre. Because it was so be like, Ray, what's your favorite type of dessert? You can answer that.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was a real question. Let's say donuts, bear claws.
Why are you talking about donuts? This is a live stream about comics.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Totally my bad. You know, I don't mean to advocate for donuts.
Like that, I feel like that was how the conversation was, and I was like, this is so bizarre. It's like you'd be asked a question and then you'd answer the question, and then it'd be like, why are you talking about this? You just asked me.
Hey, it was just interview hard mode. I'm excited. We're gonna do a second round. We're talking about it now.
Oh, I'm in. I can't get there fast enough. Double Dog Dare is here. What's up? Hello, welcome to the pre-show.
What up, dog?
We're pretty much done with the. Please don't do that again. We're pretty much done with the pre-show. We were testing out the audio. I'll switch it over to the. I'll switch it over to the actual stream. So yeah, I was able to successfully get Ray's audio in, but I couldn't turn it off for the starting soon screen, so you guys got to hear the pre-show, which was fun. Swart Master is here. I'm here, but still waking up. What?
Good morning.
Waking up? Wakey, eggs and bakey, man. All right, let's see. Let me get the Kickstarter feed fixed. Stand by. There
Standing.
we go. Red 5, standing by. I was working on this for anybody that's looking at the screen. This has nothing to do with... this is actually a sketch I did. You might have seen it, especially if you're a patron. This is Wario as the bomb in Super Mario Land 3. Like, if you go to erase data, Wario transforms into a little bomb, and he blows up your file. And so I was working on, like, a high-polished version of that, because I really like that design, and I'll throw it in the vault for things I do with later. So I'll save that.
It looks amazing. You just knocked it out of the park.
You
Probably
can't
the best
even.
thing you've ever drawn.
You can't even see it, so you're full of it. All right, let's see. Let's go into this. Oh, you know what I should do? Actually, hold on. All right, we're just getting set up, guys. Bear with me for a minute.
And I have confirmation the emails are out, so the hordes are about to arrive.
Nice.
Just countless numbers.
Love it.
Of my loyal followers. All three of them.
It's pretty good,
That's
man.
where the drum snare goes, by the way.
I know, I heard it. All right, so we're gonna make this. There we go. All right, sweet. The Horde! The Horde is coming. All right, let me also just, because I lost my ability to do my pre-show where I would normally say I would do these things while no one can hear me, I'm going to do them now. So I'm going to go on the social medias, let everyone know that we're live, and then we're going to start talking.
You're live tweeting
I'm
as
live.
we stream?
I'm live tweeting.
You're live Xing?
Yes.
This is a different show.
It is a different show.
Well, all right. You know what? That's fine. While you're doing that, I am keyed up and ready. I've got so many interview questions ready for you, and some of them are even okay. At my final count right now is 52. Let's see if we can get to all of them, shall we?
Amazing. So I have a couple more things I want to put up on the socials, but while people are here, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, hold on. Let me take my hood off. Ray's here. Let me take my hood off. Thank you guys for tuning in on this very special Sunday live stream. I don't normally live stream on Sunday, but I thought this would be a fun opportunity. So Ray's kind of he's what we call a Kickstarter super backer. He's got a special subtitle on his Kickstarter his profile, I should say. So he has driven a couple campaigns. He's collaborated on even more campaigns. He's also a fellow artist. We have a lot of shared experiences. He's also a very silly goose. So we're probably gonna get into all kinds of shenanigans. But while I do that, just in case you have absolutely no idea who this person is, this is the guy. This is the guy.
Good job. You did it. Drink a Dr. Pepper.
On the Good Job Redeem. So, Ray, would you take just a couple minutes and let the people know who are you and what you're about and what do you do?
Oh, thank you so much. And if you didn't just hear, I am, in fact, the famous face behind the Good Job. You did it. Drink a Dr. Pepper meme. World famous. Everyone knows it, obviously. So, yes, I am humbled to be here. Thank you for having me. My name is Raymond Griffith. I go on the internet as FunnyFigs. Why? You don't need to know. It's a lot of backstory. Basically, I'm a caricature, cartoon, and comic artist. I've been doing this since I was 16, and I'm almost starting to get good at it. But part of what I do is, like he said, I draw comics, and I have raised funding for them on Kickstarter and even gone ahead and gotten them printed afterwards. So we even fulfilled them. Very proud of that fact.
And on the screen right now, I've got Astounding Tales issue 1 for the kind folks at home. So this is your I think this is a Spider-Man homage, right? Spider-Man homage cover. So that's what the people are looking at, just so you know.
Yes, and this is a nostalgic superhero adventure. It's very much meant to induce flavors of the golden and silver age of comics. Something that if you're a nerd makes total sense, and if you're not into comics, you're like, what does that mean? Basically, it just means there's less colors, and sometimes, the details are a little silly. And sometimes we draw giant robots just for fun that don't make any sense. But other than that, I've been doing all kinds of crazy art, and I've been watching Mr. Hinkle stream live for, almost 3 years now, and just enjoyed every second of it. And like I said, it's just a real honor to finally be invited on and, have a little bit of discourse with him about what he's doing right now.
Finally.
Never got to do this before, not one time.
Not one single time. Yeah, I appreciate it. Ray, I enjoy talking to Ray. We kind of have, we have experienced a lot of the same things. I mean, same and different. You guys get what I'm saying. You know what I mean. So yeah, we are live. I got one last thing to do. So Ray, did you design the logo for Astounding Tales as well?
I did. I even redesigned it for issue 2. I don't know if you noticed, but I fixed that nasty little kerning on the first cover.
I did not notice. What did you change? We're looking at the logo right now.
Okay, so the L is too long, and there's just some spacing issues where some of the letters are a little closer to each other than others. It's just bothered the heck out of me the whole time. So I finally just said, you know what, let's just fix it.
I believe you.
It'll benefit me.
I believe you. I think that's interesting. I kind of assumed you did the logo, but I didn't know. It could have been one of those things that was already designed before you joined the project or whatever.
Kevin, anything that's visual is me in this project, just so you know.
Nice. Sweet. So yeah, guys, make sure you're checking out Ray's stuff. And his online handle is FunnyFigs or Funny_Figs, depending on where you're at. So make sure you are following him. Jay Freak says, I need the lore eventually. Jay Freak. Are you going to stream tonight, Ray?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay, so yeah, Ray's also going to do a live stream tonight on his own Twitch channel. He's been streaming Sunday nights for a month, more than a month. 5 weeks? 6 weeks?
Yeah, at least.
Crazy. Swart Master, do any of these questions include doctors and or peppers? We'll have to find out. Be on the edge of our seat. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. The whole point of today is a little bit of a roundtable, a little bit of an interview. You guys can ask anything you want from either of us, really. Of course, we're going to talk about Kickstarter. We're going to talk about the Doodle Book. We're going to talk about... We talked a little bit about Astounding Tales, but if you guys have questions on that too, I mean, that's what it's all about. Yeah, FunnyFigs stream tonight over on his channel. What time? 8?
Yeah, let's call it 8 tonight, but 8 my time, not your time.
8 Central Time.
Yeah, so I think that's 9 for you, Eastern.
Yeah. Cool.
Because I got to run a little late. I got to take somebody to a train, so I'm not going to be back in time to set up for 7.
You got to do a thing. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to open up some doodles, and Ray, do you have you want to kick things off? You said you had some questions. Let's dive into some stuff. Let's just chat, see where it goes.
So many questions. I have so many things to talk about, and I just want to establish some ground rules here.
Yeah, please go ahead.
If you feel a question is just too silly and basic, you can just say pass, and we'll just move on from there.
Pass. I love it. I'm ready.
I do have my stack of Hinkle goods here. I don't know if you guys can hear this effect or not, but
ooh, what does that mean?
Yeah,
what does that mean, Hinkle goods?
I've got the Doodle Book, Volume 1,
Volume
here.
1. Okay.
Oh yeah, beautiful, fully illustrated 93 pages, excuse me.
Yes, please.
Of doodle goodness. I've got Whispers from Teardrop. There you go. 30 full illustrations from Inktober. I've even got Pro Gamer's Guide to Healthy Habits.
You are a super fan.
I am. Beautiful illustrated children's book. If you guys haven't seen it already, it's a collaboration between Mr. Hinkle and Brian Saviano, who I believe is in the audience, but he's probably gone by now.
He's eating lunch. He's lurking while he's probably got. He probably left. I love how definitive that. Okay, go ahead. Go on.
I know how quickly he turned this off as soon as he heard my voice. And then I would have Grasslands, but I cannot find it for the life of me. I don't know where it is.
Oh.
I'm very upset about this.
That's
I owned it at one point in my life.
Did you lend it to somebody?
Yeah. No, I remember taking it out to show Kelsey the banana guard, and then it disappeared. So I didn't put it back, obviously. I'll find it eventually. We're going to be packing up and moving. But yeah, so I just bring all that up to establish that I'm a fan and I know a lot about your work. So I'm going to try to take this from some different angles than what you've already talked about, but we will start at the beginning.
Sure.
So
go ahead.
You've been doodling, you've been streaming for 5 years. What was the inspiration for this whole thing? What made you come up with this concept? How did it come to form?
That's a great question. So I decided one of my New Year's resolutions for 2019, right? So we were at the end of 2018, and I was like, one of my New Year's resolutions is I wanted to live stream. And I kicked off a series called the Doodle Stream over on YouTube, and it was every other week. And I really wanted to treat it as like an episodic program, right? Which I don't think is what a lot of people treat live streams. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's. What's up, Minecraft Architect? Going in for that. Going in for the auto lurk. Thank you. Can we get a shout out real quick for Minecraft Architect?
Hey, okay, I did it. Yeah, congratulations, you've been shouted out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
All right, thank you, Carlos. So it was called the Doodle Stream. And then as to the actual formatting of the show, right? What am I going to do? I actually took some inspiration from another streamer, Brick and Nick, who had been doing Twitch for years and years. He's actually the first person to ever mention Twitch. I was like, what is Twitch? I'm that old guy with the glasses on the edge of my nose going, what is Twitch? And he was the one that informed me of what it was. But so he was doing viewer request streams where people were basically pitching ideas for him to build stuff out of Lego pieces. And I thought it was really cool because also he had condensed it down. He had like kind of perfected the formula where it was like, you know, he would do 5 to 6 little tiny micro builds per episode, and it was engaging and people interacted with him. And I was like, is there a way I can take that concept and mold it into an art setting? And so I kind of took that and ran with it and said, I'll take viewer requests for doodles, for sketches. And so I called it the Doodle Stream. I launched it January 2019, and it was every other week for the first year. Just that 20, and then it turned into every week from then on. But for the first year, it was just every other week. And it was Friday mornings, and there was no theme. didn't have themes back then, and I just said, hey, come show up, type in the chat what you like me to draw, and I'll draw it for you. And
Wild West days.
it was crazy. It was insane. And I had a very helpful, supportive group of folks when I launched, because I think also I'm very lucky in that when people are like, I'm going to live stream, they don't typically have like a built-in audience, right? And it's a struggle. And I'm very lucky that when I started, I had a good group of people that were right there at the beginning. So it kind of, I hit the ground running.
What were you feeling when you first hit that live button?
I was nervous. I was super nervous, and I was ill-prepared technologically. Because there's a lot of things also you don't necessarily think about. So when I did the very first stream, which is still on my YouTube channel, go back and watch that if you want to see a nice train wreck. I only had one monitor. I was using my laptop. And so I only had the laptop monitor. And so I had to use my phone to look at chat because the laptop was displaying Photoshop, right? Because I need to use it to draw. And so also the live streaming software back then I was using was StreamYard, which is a free browser-based software. And I had that minimized on my laptop. It also sounded like it was going to take off like a rocket. All the fans were whirling like nobody's business. But I had my MacBook. I had StreamYard open and minimized. I had Photoshop on my screen blocking everything. And I had my phone up for reference. I mean, for chat. So I also had no reference. So everything I doodled in episode 1 had 0 reference, which is your...
It explains a lot.
It is your claim to fame on your request streams. You don't ever look up reference. I am too much of a coward to continue that.
Well, there's a good reason for it. If you watch my live streams, you'll see why it's a bad idea.
So, yeah, I was just nervous and I was technologically ill-prepared, but then it got better and better and better after that.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it worse.
Sure, yeah, whatever you say, buddy.
Whatever you say.
Didn't we just spend 10 minutes talking to people because we couldn't figure out how to mute this?
Yes. True.
Did you have any, like, fears about it? Like, were you afraid nobody was going to come? Were you afraid that, nobody would want anything drawn? What were your worries?
Of course. I don't ever assume... I mean, I try not to assume people care about what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to assume, oh yeah, people are going to care. And believe me, I've been humbled plenty of times. I'm like, yep, nobody cared about that. So I did have a fear, and I've got on the screen right now the 2022 collaboration or collab poster of all the doodles. So you guys can see a whole bunch of different examples here. But so yeah, I didn't want to assume people cared and were going to show up. So there was a fear that like, all right, we'll see if people care. And also, this was one of several massive pivot points in my life where I'm completely changing my brand and changing what I'm doing. So I was like, oh, are people going to care that I'm an artist? That was a big concern for me. Do people care that I'm an artist? Because so many people don't. Sue's here dropping a sub too. Sue kicks down the door. Hey, Carlos, can we get a shout out for Sue, please?
Hey, okay, I did it. Yeah! Congratulations, you've been shouted out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you for the sub, Sue. Appreciate that. Nice to see you. Welcome in. So yeah, how are we doing, nerd? What a lovely intro. How are we doing, nerds? So, I was afraid that people were not going to care about Kevin the artist, and people were too ingrained on Kevin the PR guy that represented my favorite toy company.
Yeah, for people who don't know, you were in the corporate world before all this, so it was a huge change for you. You weren't doing art whatsoever.
For years I wasn't. And you know how sad that made me? That makes me sad. It still makes me sad to this day. Because that's how life is, right? Like, I graduated art school in 2008. We were in a massive recession. Nobody's gonna hire an artist. I couldn't get a job. I tried to do some commission work, but like it wasn't happening. And it was like that same year was like the year Disney had laid off like hundreds of traditional 2D animators because they were like, we're all going 3D or nothing. And I didn't learn any 3D, so I was just like, wow, I'm just doomed, I guess.
Whoops.
And so, yeah. I mean, I don't have any regrets. I like 3D, but it's just not for me. But so I went into into the Lego realm because that was the company I was working for and that was the route I was doing, and it was a good enough job and it made money. But then I went years and years and years not drawing at all because I was tired from work or I was just burnt out. And it's like, that's my true passion. And I always worry that, you know, I have to dive into something else to help keep the bills paid and I won't be able to draw anymore. I'm always worried about it. It's like one of my biggest fears.
And it's totally understandable fear. And honestly, you know, I understand where you're coming from, but as we all know, like the streams did well. People showed up.
Yeah.
How was your perception of the reaction? Did you feel that it was a success?
Yeah, I did. I thought it started off really strong, and actually, let me see. Let me go back into the Wayback Machine here. I can open up the canvas from the Doodle Stream episode 1.
Holy cow!
So these are rough, but we
You're
have some.
unsealing like a casket right now. Dust is shaking off.
Is it like the
lid.
Ark of the Covenant where all these ghosts? Oh, my face just melted. So there are some gems in this that have been redrawn through the years. And again, remember, none of these were with any type of reference material. And as you guys can see on the bottom of your screen, we are in the Wiener Watch because that is a live feed to the Kickstarter campaign for this book. And the Lumberjack Wiener is a redraw from episode 1 of this program. So right here on the screen, you got the little, that's the original drawing I did in 2019. And then the glow up, the glizzy, as Carlos would say that.
No.
Yeah, get out of here with it. See, that's why he's not here. Thank you for the link there, Sue. Appreciate it. Such a glow up. Also, the very first, here's an interesting little fact, just randomly. The first doodle I ever did, ever, at viewer request on live streams was a Dr. Pepper can. Ever.
I wasn't involved with this, by
You
the
had
way. I
nothing
didn't
to
even
do
know
with
about
it.
this.
You had nothing to do with it. And the last one I did in episode 150 was the Dr. Pepper can.
Do we know who suggested that first doodle?
Good job. You did it.
There it is. I
Drink
knew
a Dr.
I knew
Pepper.
it was coming. I have a feeling that it was a user by the name of Hoosier Bricks. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling it was him. But he also was a big Mountain Dew guy. There's a lot of Mountain Dew doodles over the years, and they're usually his. But I could be wrong.
So he just wanted to change it up for the first time.
I guess so.
I'm curious, how often did you have to explain what a live stream is to people our age?
Never.
Never.
Our age, never. Never.
Oh, okay.
Older, all the time. And I still do, right? What do you like the glasses? We go to the tip of the nose, man. The glasses, we have the chain around our neck, and the glasses are on the tip. What you do what? You do what? But I would say our age, not very often. Like when I'm at Comic-Cons and I'm like, oh, are you familiar with Twitch? Like that's the end of the conversation. They know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like done.
Really?
If I say that. And then with the kids, with younger kids, it's all about YouTube. That's all they care about. That is all. Like I could say I've Twitched 4,000. I've Twitched. I could say I've live streamed on Twitch for 5,000 hours, and they will not care if I don't have a YouTube channel.
Wow.
Because it's
I wouldn't have
all
expected that.
all about YouTube. And so I'm like, oh, like if I say I have a YouTube channel, they flip and they'll bring out their phone and they're like 6 and they've got the $3,000 phone. Like, yo, I'm gonna hit you sub for sub. Like, Lord, dear Lord. Sue in the chat says, had to low-key explain Twitch to my mom today, but she seemed to grasp it. Shout out to Sue's mom.
Yeah, we're glad to have you.
We're glad to, can we get a shout out for Sue's mom, please?
Hey, okay, I did it. Yeah! Congratulations, you've been shouted out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
Thank you, Carlos.
So you mentioned your kids liking or being interested in YouTube. How do your kids feel about this live streaming? Is it, as they say, cringe, or are they proud?
Raymond, the Wiener Watch just went up 1.
Holy moly! Stop the presses, everyone!
Yo,
Stop
thank you so
the
much.
presses.
Somebody pushed the bar. The Wiener Watch, we have added 1 more. Thank you so much. I don't know who it is. We might check in a minute. If you happen to be here and you're watching the live stream, just know it grew. It grew. The Wiener Watch grew. I am taking doodle requests from backers of the campaign, and I will add it to the book. So feel free. You can add a comment to any of the updates to the campaign. I'm keeping my eyes open on it. Or if you want to DM it to me, or you want to send it to me privately, any way you want to get it to me, you can get me a doodle prompt.
Smoke signal, scribble it on a paper, send it with a pigeon.
Yeah, whatever you want. Whatever. Yeah. Thank you so much, whoever just backed. You're awesome. Appreciate it. Go on. I'm sorry I cut you off. You were saying something.
I was just asking what your kid's reaction to this whole little live stream thing was.
I don't know if they have a necessarily strong reaction to it. It's just kind of a thing that Dad does, I guess, really. I mean, even with my son, right? Like my 10-year-old son, because I have a 22-year-old and a 10-year-old, so very different age groups. My 10-year-old told me that his friends Googled my name at school, and they were like, "Yo, your dad is famous," and he's like, "No." It's
no respect.
No respect at all. So, as it goes.
If he was smart, he would say, "Yeah, my dad's super famous. Come on, he works
at
Nintendo."
And maybe you need to treat me better.
Yeah.
You got it. And guys, any of you guys that are here in the chat, at any point, if you guys want to fire off questions at me, you can ask questions of Ray. Please, go right ahead.
Yeah, please, because I've got 52 of them and like 3 of them are good. So we gotta work on this.
That's a great average. Sue says I'm back, and now y'all can say hi to Mom. Hey, what's up, Mom? We're gonna give you a special shout out, courtesy of our friend Carlos.
Hey, okay, I did it. Yeah, congratulations, you've been shouted out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
Thank you, Carlos. Double Dog Dare asks, was it super overwhelming to learn the tech side of streaming? And I think this is a great question for both of us, because we both have dove into it. So I already started answering that a little bit earlier. Yes. I would say just the easy answer is yes. Yes, it was overwhelming. Because there's like a million things that you see other people do and you want to do, but the learning curve is so high. Right? Like you tune into some of your favorite streamers and they have all these bells and whistles and redeems and emotes and just the list goes on, and you're like, how do I do any of these things? And you want to do them right out the gate, which I understand. And everything I've learned is through YouTube tutorials, and it takes forever. But yeah, so for me, super overwhelming. And I'm still trying to learn how to do all the great stuff. How about you, Ray?
Yeah, I still haven't learned how to do any of it, so there you go.
I still haven't. Okay, that's great. That's true. Sue said, Mom said hi back. Thanks for the shout out. She may show up in my stream later. Hey, maybe Mom can start streaming.
Yeah.
Why not?
I would watch.
And actually, Ray's entry into live streaming was a direct, indirect infringement of my copyright.
It's true. I was trying to rip him off directly. I was like, ooh, he's got a great audience over there. I wonder if I could take it.
So the Doodle stream spawned the Sketchy stream.
Yes.
But the Sketchy stream could not outlast the Doodle stream.
I couldn't compete.
During the Great Pandemic, there was a lot of copycats. Let's be fair. We had Matt Elders. I don't even remember what he called his. What did he call his?
Oh, did it even have a name? I thought it was just a drawing stream.
Oh Jesus! Speak of Matt. Matt's here, dropping the horse in the chat. Matt, what was the name of your sketches? Your streams, your viewer request stream. Did you have a name? I can't remember.
It's been so long, we can't remember.
Double Dog Dare says takes notes, steal viewers. Yes, steal viewers. It was you say I draw. There you go. Thank you for the reminder.
That's right.
Swirt Master says sounds sketchy. You are gonna make me open up my Twitch soundboard for this, aren't you?
Oh no.
Okay. Oh. It sounds. I wish I had this. I should have had this open already. Sounds sketchy, huh? Okay. Someone is. It was the fail horn. Someone is drawing conclusions. Oh boy. All right, go on. Continue, Ray, as you were.
All right. Let's get this little train back on track, shall we? I was going to ask you a few more questions about streaming. If you want to jump more to Kickstarter-focused stuff, we can. It's just
Sure.
sort of where you want to focus. Let's jump a little bit to Kickstarter and say, you've been doing this for 5 years. You've collected thousands upon doodles.
Yeah.
What made you want to turn to Kickstarter to turn this into a physical thing?
Well, so I would say, in an ideal world, I wouldn't do crowdfunding at all. To be fair, if I could just do it, like if I just had the funds to just make the product and put it in the universe, I would. Because it's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. It's an exponential amount of marketing and promotion, and I get it because it has to be, but also like, back to the story about Kevin in a previous life. I mean, I worked PR, I worked community, I worked marketing, and like I'm so burnt out of that world. I'm so burnt out of the endless, relentless marketing and promotion and hashtag marketing and I'm just so burnt out of it. I know I have to do it, so I do it. But in an ideal world, I would love to just be able to just self-fund the things I want to do and just put them in the universe, and if people want them, they want them. But I'm not.
That's not the world we live in, though.
No, not the world we live in. I am not in a financial place to do that, so I need the help. I need the financial help to get things going. And when I did the first campaign, Kickstarter felt like the place to go. And what's interesting is like right before the first Doodlebook campaign, which was 2 years ago, or maybe like right as I was getting it ready, that's when like a bunch of controversy popped up, and then there was alternative Kickstarters, right?
Oh,
because something happened. I'm trying to remember what it was. There was some scandal. Like there's always a scandal. There was some scandal. I don't remember. It probably doesn't even matter. But then like 2 or 3 other alternative Kickstarter-like platforms popped up, and it's like, well, I've already put all this time into it, and we're just gonna go this way. So I just stuck with it. I mean, Kickstarter, I think, is the most established crowdfunding platform to make a thing happen. So I kind of just stuck with it.
Yeah, it really helps support artists who otherwise wouldn't be able to create things. I was going to ask, you mentioned your first book. You did crowdfund it on Kickstarter. You successfully produced it. I ruffled the pages just a minute ago for you all to hear.
Nice.
What when you were making that book, was there anything that particularly surprised you about the production process that you didn't see coming?
That's a good question. Real quick in chat, Matt Elder says, in an ideal world, there would be no weremares. Sue says, I feel that deeply, Kevin. Matt wants the hashtag bring back monorail. Sue says, yeah, I remember that happening, then had to go Indigo and others. Yeah. And Lila Rose Watson is here. It's a Ray and a Kevin. It is us.
It is.
We are here.
By our powers combined.
Exactly. Double Dog Dare, you kind of have to be a one-man show. Yeah. So about the actual production of putting the book together, what's one thing that I absolutely just didn't even think about until I submitted everything, and they're like, you need to, I didn't even think about like spine art.
Oh.
Like I just didn't, I was like, oh yeah, I guess I need to give you art for the spine of the book. Because it's, the first Doodle book was like just under 100 pages, so it does have a spine. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess just orange. But that was something like it wasn't even in my radar. I was like, oh yeah, I need to have a file for spine art.
Yeah.
Putting together the spreads, and I will open up an example of this, was very tedious. But I think that's just because of the nature of what it is. Right, it's a collection of thousands of doodles, and I'm going through and I'm pulling out ones, so it's just a very tedious process. Here's an example.
Well,
page.
When you're going through them, though, I mean, was there any that like surprised you that like, oh, I forgot I did that?
Yeah, that does happen. Double the trouble. Oh yeah, prepare yourselves for shenanigans. We're keeping Ray in check today. Fun fact, I just took the Seattle monorail back on Friday. Oh, this has been a delayed ADHD swirt response. Oh, thank you. Look at this emote. Sudra Sheet emote. We got Sue, we're rocking new emotes. Can we get a shout out for Sue, please?
Hey, okay, I did it. Yeah! Congratulations, you've been shouted out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
Thank you, Carlos. Yeah, there's definitely some that I forgot about. Also, something I did for the first book that I don't have to do on the second book. When I first started the stream, for the first couple years, I treated the first half as warm-up, so I didn't put any color on any of the drawings. And then the second half, I added color. What's interesting is how that seeped into the I don't know how to put this, how it kind of seeped into the protocol for the live stream itself, where people would stop making requests in the first half because they wanted to wait until the second half to like have their thing be drawn, like be colored. It was an undesired accidental effect of that. But so I eventually just said, you know, I'm just gonna color all of them. But so when I was putting together the book, I said I kind of don't like the visual of half of these being black and white and half of these being colored. So I spent like a week of my time, and after I picked all the doodles that were gonna go in the book, I added colors to all of them that needed color. So a lot of things that in the book got colored had never been seen colored before. So that was kind of neat. That's not a problem I have for the second one because I changed that in 2022 or 2023. So now they're all colored already. But that was another workload that I hadn't anticipated, but it also kind of breathed a nice little, like some fresh life into some of these.
Yeah, nice little surprise for even the most loyal viewers.
Yeah.
I was going to say, for those who don't know, this first volume, it covers 2019 to 2022, and so the volume you're kickstarting now is, what, 2022 to 2023?
Right. Did the Wiener Watch move again? Yo, did the Wiener bar grow again? That's amazing.
No, Kevin.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
You can't.
Thank God Carlos is not here. So think of the emotes.
Family-friendly stream, my friend.
It's a, what do you
advertise?
It's a Kickstarter.
This to my mom.
It's a kid. What's
Sue's
up?
mom is here.
It's a Kickstarter feed.
No, Kevin. All right, I'm good.
What are you?
I'm here.
Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking?
No,
Kevin. Thank you so much to whoever just backed. That's awesome. Thank you. So if you're curious, if you're just tuning in, down there on the bottom, the Lumberjack Wiener is actually the mascot of the Doodlebook Volume 2. Like the Snarky Dog was the mascot of Doodlebook 1. So we are on the Wiener Watch. That is a live feed to the Kickstarter campaign. So we get to see the funding happen in real time. Double Dog's got the Carlos emotes covered. Thank you so much.
Somebody's putting in the work finally.
Oh, somebody! And thank you for the link in the chat, Sue. Appreciate it. Oh, so yes, the first book was 2019 through July of 2022, which is 100 episodes of the stream. And this second book is just July 2022 through the end of the year 2023, which seems like, I mean, it doesn't say, it's a lot less period of time, but in the first book there was a lot more doodles that were left on the cutting room floor because they weren't as good. So there was a lot more cherry picking. This time they're a lot better. So I have a very strong feeling that most of the drawings that have been done in this time will be in this book, like a vast majority of them. So it's
a little bit of a humble brag there, but all
a little bit. I mean, let's open it up. Let's put our money where our mouth is for a second here. So I'm going to show you in 2022. So here's an example. This is all the doodles from 2022. So we're looking at Creature from the Black Lagoon. That was in the book. Pirate Long John Silver. That was in the book. Like, this character was not in the book. The like blue melting guy. The orca jaws hitting, that was not in the book. Glass of water, not in the book.
And can I just say something for a second?
Please.
What I love about the doodle stream and these doodles is that, yes, there are fun characters. Yes, there's, your favorite Star Wars guy is in there. Yes, your favorite Pokemon's in there, but also
A glass of
there
water.
are the incredibly odd. Yeah, there's the glass of water. There's a Lunchables doodle. When have you seen someone draw a Lunchables?
Right?
I was
Right?
paging through the doodle book, and there's a muscle diagram on the bag. It's
Right?
Yeah, there's a the
Right?
oddly attractive harpy lady who I still just she gives me feelings, and I don't know what to do with those.
Oh,
but,
the fantasy episode, right? The one that's like a bird.
yeah, she has the body of the bird. And to be clear, it's not the body that I find attractive, but he just drew her really cute for some reason. I don't know what that's about.
we gotta see what Ray. Panda's here. Polished Panda has showed up. What's up, Panda?
Look so yummy, yummy.
I'm
Look
trying to
so
find the page it was on if I had
yummy,
any kind of
Look
elements
so
that would bookmark.
good. Yummy, yummy. Look so
I've gotten better
good.
over time with Matt. Yes, that's right.
Yummy. Look so good.
Matt
Matt's
better over time?
I think he was saying, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Matt says we need to get closer to that funding goal and have the Weremare get it over. Yeah, that's true. And I just did an update last Friday. I added some new tiers. I added some new add-on options that people can add, like individual things to the campaign. I also added a $100 tier that it comes with a portrait commission. So trying to kind of inject some awesomeness into this. We are very close. When we get to $3,000, I'm unveiling the 4th sticker that comes in the 4 sticker pack. So people have only seen 3.
Ooh. I didn't know there was a 4th. That's exciting.
There's a 4th. And yes, happy St. Patrick's Day to you as well, Panda. This is the harpy lady that Ray says he is digging the talons.
Just oddly attractive. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do with that information. I'm just letting you know.
But so yeah, as you can see, like this, a lot of these did not end up in the book because I don't think they're particularly that great. And then if we fast forward to, I'm going to show you guys doodles from this one from 2023. Every single one of these will be in the book. This is Dark Magician, Ed, Elric, Frieza, the snail from Kirby. Like, all of these are great. They're all gonna. So, like, even though it's a much shorter span of time for the second book, like, all of them are going in because it's better content, I think.
Absolutely.
Sue says she loves the harpy, aka the Sharpie. Autocorrect. She is attractive, though. I agree with Ray.
Thank you.
The
Someone
harpy-
understands me.
The harpy. I don't even know what this is. This is a gay gamma yun. I don't know.
Oh. Well, excuse me for my incorrect description. I apologize.
Yeah, please get it in check.
And, I do want to emphasize there's also something else really special about this book, which I don't think you mentioned. This covers 2022 through 2023.
Yep.
Which also happens to be the final year of the Doodle Stream.
Yep. That's a very... Man, you see, this is why Ray's here, guys. Can we get a good job for Ray?
Good job.
Ray.
You did it. Drink a Dr. Pepper.
Did I just congratulate myself?
You did, man. You've made it.
Okay. All right.
Boba Lavos here. Am I in time for Ray telling Kevin everything he has done wrong in his life? That's later. That's near the end.
Yeah, I've got that section. It's right here. Questions 47 through 52.
Perfect. So yeah, I decided for a bunch of different reasons that the Doodle Stream series was done at the end of last year. And that's 5 years. That's 5 years of streaming, taking viewer requests. To kind of boil it down, I thought the format had gotten a little too stale. I mean, that's what the numbers showed. That's what the engagement showed. I didn't stop live streaming. I still live stream all the time. I live streamed yesterday. I live streamed Thursday. And there's different ways that I do viewer requests, but this format of this episodic weekly taking viewer requests, that came to an end at the end of last year.
Yes.
So this is kind of a capstone to the 5-year Doodle Stream program.
Yeah, really a celebration of the whole thing, if you think about it.
It is.
This is me feeding him his lines.
Yes, please. Thank you. It is a celebration.
But yeah, and I want to apologize. Someone is incessantly spamming me on Discord, not naming
Ooh.
any names, twerk, but
Ooh. Is he trying to feed in? Is he looking for a shout out?
I don't know. I can't read the messages. I need to keep it on this screen.
That's
I don't
true.
know what happens if I leave it.
We cannot jeopardize the connection, guys. So, Swirt, we're gonna go ahead and give you that shout out right now. Carlos, could we get a shout out for Swirt Master?
Hey, okay, I did it. Yeah! Congratulations, you've been shouted out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
There we go. Thank you, Carlos. Go on.
All right, I want to switch gears for a second. I want to get a little philosophical with you.
ooh.
I want to talk about something really important.
I'm for it.
What is the difference between a doodle and a full illustration? Where's that line?
I think that's a great question. I don't know. So I told myself, look, a shout out was given to Swordmaster. That's great. I told myself for years, literal years, that the doodles I did on this were fun, but they were not quote unquote good. For years. And it actually wasn't until Steve, so Building with Steve, when he pops in the chat every now and then, he took one of my doodles I did of a Metroid from Samus, and he took that art and he went and got stickers printed of it. And he came over to an event with me. I was working a show called Retro World Expo in Hartford, where I was selling my work, and he brought the stickers he had made from my doodle, and he goes, I just want to prove a point. And he put them on the table, and he was like, we're going to sell these. I'm like, yo, but those are yours. You took them, you made. He goes, no, we're going to sell them. I'm going to show you that people think these are just as good as the rest of the stuff you have here. I don't remember what year. I think this was 2021. And I sold like 5 of the Metroids.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, because you've been around and you've heard the data and the numbers, like that's exceptionally high for things I sell. And I was like, I guess they aren't that bad. So like my mind kind of switched. I was like, I guess these are okay. But in terms of what's the difference between a doodle and like a polished piece, I put less pressure on making it look, I don't know, right? I just kind of like, I need to make it. I don't do like a lot of construction. I don't do a lot of under the you know, like construction boxes and construction lines and like armatures.
Thinking
like, I don't
it through beforehand.
I don't do a lot of that. Brian says, I also literally told you Brian did too for years. Brian has commissioned me.
I'm joining the chorus, okay? I was there too. Everyone told him.
We were all there. Yeah. I have like refused. It took me many years. And I still think some of them are not great. Some of them are pretty fun. I think some of them are good. But yeah, Brian's commissioned me to do like doodle quality things. And that to me, that's crazy that people would commission me for a doodle. I think that's crazy.
Well, it sounds to me like it's a lot less about the quality of the illustration and a lot more about how you feel about it, what you've put into it.
Yo, we're getting deep.
Does that make sense?
We're getting deep. You're right.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
This is the philosophical section. We are going to dive deep. Why do you feel that these things don't have value, Kevin? No.
I love it. I'm all for this. Boba Lavo says, wait, that was an option? I should have insisted on selling the butt sticker sheets. Yeah, you should have.
You know, that is one of his patron perks. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but you get high-res versions of every single doodle he does, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't, you know, patrol whether you're selling them or not. So if y'all want to do it.
One of my favorite things, actually, that my buddy Nick does. So my buddy Nick, who lives in Illinois, he is an amateur paranormal investigator, but he also does like a podcast called Ghost Frickin' Talkin', and they talk about spooky stories and stuff like that. And
just out of curiosity, what does a professional paranormal investigator look like? Just
like the Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Okay.
That's
Continue your story. I apologize.
That's the professional one. I guess they also have real jobs, don't they? All right, moving on. So, so he, and I mean, there's nothing like shady, or I mean, he was like, hey, you know, we've got a merch store and we sell spooky stuff. Can I put the spooky doodles in my? I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, you literally give me money every month to be a patron. If you want to, like, so he only takes like the spooky doodles I do. And it's the Hinkle collection is what he calls it on the merch shop. and they sell some of the scarier. I don't mind. It's like if you've supported me enough to do that, I don't care. It's fine. Sue says,
Rip
"What do
him
you?"
off, please.
Wait, let me go back up. Double Dog Dare says, "I thought about doing more art on sticky notes to reduce the pressure of making good art." Yeah, I mean, there is something about releasing the pressure, I would say, when it's like a doodle, or even like when I work traditional. Like if I do a traditional drawing, there's a different layer that comes off where it's like, oh, I don't have a Control Z. I don't have the ability to select it and make it bigger. So I kind of need to just roll with it. And I have a lot more ease at just letting something go traditionally than I do digitally. Digitally, I'm like, no, I got to make it look better because I have the tools to make it look better. So.
Is that the reason you don't doodle stream traditionally?
I've only done it once when Matt invited me on his live stream because his was always traditional for the most part. I think there was a few that were digital, and I wanted to. It was funny because he invited me on. I was like, I wanted to match his style, so I went traditional, and of course that was the one he went digital. He's like, I'm gonna go digital because Kevin. But so that was the only time I did traditional, and it was okay. I didn't get as many things done. I liked being able to get as many people's doodles done as I could, and I couldn't do that traditionally. Because I think I only did like 4. I was like, what are we doing?
Wow.
So
sad.
Sue, what do you think? What you think is what you are. Look how we're getting deep today, guys. The artist, I don't know if it's good enough. Oh yeah, always. Let's see. Bobo Lavo says, listen to this business mandrake my stuff and sell it for your own profit. Yeah, listen to this business. Take it and sell it for your own profit. I mean, if you're supporting me, it's a steal. It's a steal.
That's the heart of capitalism right here,
it's
guys.
The heart.
You need to exploit someone else's work for your own gain. Come on.
Absolutely.
So, how do you feel about eating the rich, Kevin?
All right, now you will stand trial for all of our AI art. What are your real stance on Ray? Are we turning this into what? Ray, are we turning this into one of those shows, Ray?
Yes, unfortunately.
Wait, what is your position? Wait, what is your? No, okay, go on.
All right. Let's turn back to the very serious questions. What are your rituals before you stream? Do you wear lucky socks?
I love it. This is why Ray's here, folks. No. So rituals before I live stream, I make sure my son. Well, most of the time when I live stream, he's at school, so I don't need to worry about him. But if he's home, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be busy for a couple hours. I'm about to do a live stream. Do you need anything from me? Most of the time he's fine, but like, do you need anything? Of course, he can come in and interrupt me if he needs to, but I always make sure he's set before I dive into this. I fill up my water bottle. A lot of times I brew a cup of coffee. A lot of times before I start. And I put it on the starting soon screen, and then I go spam the socials and say I'm about to go live. That's about it.
So no ringing a bell, no touching the top of a doorstep?
No. Negative.
All right. That was a boring answer, though.
I'm sorry. What do you do? Do you do something?
Oh, gosh. I sweat. That's what I do. That's my lucky charm.
You get so nervous.
Oh, I'm so nervous every single
Ray,
time.
guys, everybody who's here, all of you that are here, Ray is a wonderful entertainer. Don't let him lie to you. Don't let him gaslight you. He is a wonderful entertainer. I don't just say that about everybody. I don't. He is a wonderful entertainer, and I think it adds to the entertainment how insanely stressed he gets and how he thinks he thinks everything's on fire. And when you're watching it happen in real time, I'm cracking up. This man did a giveaway by writing people's names on slips of paper and putting it into a skate and pulled it out live.
No, putting it into an Easter egg.
I'm sorry. The names went into an Easter egg, and the Easter eggs went into a roller skate, and he pulled out the It was like watching Pee-wee's Playhouse as a live stream, and it was highly entertaining, man. Highly entertaining. But
the process for that was just, what do we have we could put something in? Oh, get her skates.
And that's not even in my Rolodex of things to consider. You're just like, oh, we could use it. So, but yeah, I can I think I know you well enough to know that I'm like, oh yeah, my man's sweating over there. But it's like you shouldn't. It's highly entertaining. But maybe that's part
Still
of the
gonna
charm.
do it every time.
It's part of the
Yeah,
charm.
you won't stop it. It's just gonna happen. But you know what? You ruin your credibility more and more every time you endorse me. So I'm just gonna cut you off there.
Oh, you're right.
We're gonna focus back on the Wiener Watch. We're gonna hit this doodle book.
That's right. We're gonna focus back on the way. Yeah. Bubba Levo says dinosaur butt pulls was best randomization technique. Yeah. See. I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
A big dinosaur's butt.
That's how much insanity occurs regularly on a FunnyFigs stream. Is that the next insanity occurs and you forgot about the previous insanity. We gotta watch the wiener. Thank you, Double Dog here.
Yes. How are we looking on that watch? I can't see anything.
We are at 45 backers, 2,933. If we can get to 3,000, I'm showing off the next sticker. I'm tossing into everybody's physical tier. You get one more sticker.
You heard it here first, folks.
And
you heard it here first.
And it may not be a total surprise to people that have watched me, but I said definitively I would never turn it into a sticker. I said that. I said I will never turn this into a sticker because nobody would want this. So I'm turning...
Is it Tony Stark?
No, it's not Tony Stark. Get out of here. Thank you, Brian. Brian has pinned that link in the chat there. Appreciate it.
What an MVP. What a professional.
Always.
Hey, I've got an important question for you.
Yes.
So, you have thousands upon thousands of these doodles that you've printed out, made into stickers. Have you ever been tempted to just put them all into a bathtub and swim around in it?
You know, that hasn't crossed my mind. But
not even put them on the bed, lay on them a little?
No. You know, really, it's the difference between a FunnyFigs stream and a Hinkle stream. When I was doing shows, which this year is a year, it's like a break from shows for me. But when I was doing cons, I would print out and sell a lot of these small stickers in like a dump tray. Because I have found that was really highly effective for like little kids that want to like skim through it, and mom and dad love to let kid go. You know, they need a brief respite in the middle of the con, right? Like, oh, let little Johnny sift through the bin while I stand here looking at my phone. And it is kind of cool when I needed to mix them all up, like when I get a new order in, because there's thousands of them and they all add up, and having like a shoebox bin full of all, it's like kind of crazy. But I've never like spread them out on the bed or put them in the tub. But I have been like, I've reached in with both hands and kind of like sifted through all these stickers because it's kind of crazy.
I was gonna say I've got half of the 1,000 in my house, so I understand.
Yeah, you do. I just opened up. These are the Kickstarter backer doodles, so I'm inviting anybody that backs the campaign at any point, doesn't have to necessarily be live, to give me a prompt, and I'm doodling it and I'm adding it into the book. So everybody that's backing the campaign, these are the ones that have been drawn so far, and there's still some people that could shoot me something if they want. But yeah, it's another cool little thing I'm trying to do.
Yeah, mine's the sad little Dr. Pepper can with the number 2 on it. It's really depressed.
We're enhancing on the tier. There we go. There's mine, says Sue. Yep. And the sticker is not Uwu Hinkle Bubble of O. I'm sorry. And yeah, if you guys have any questions at any point in the stream, the plan was to go about 2 hours today. That's the plan. So we're an hour in. If you have questions for me or if you have questions for Ray, feel free to fire away. Double Dog Dare says, I need to say, yeah, send me mine. You can, when's the deadline? I mean, end of the month. You can even give it to me after. You can give it to me after if you want. But
no. They got to do it before the campaign ends. We're gonna make that a rule.
That's fair. I mean, because if it doesn't, yeah. All right. So we gotta before the end of March, and you can either add a comment to one of the campaign updates, or you can DM it to me, or you can pop into another live stream and put it in the chat.
And I don't think you've mentioned it, so I'm just going to say it. This is an all-or-nothing campaign, so to make this book a reality, we do have to get that support. I say we. He does. I guess it really doesn't affect me one way or the other.
You're like, actually, I don't care. You just log off. You're like, actually, I don't care about any of this.
Yeah. So, Tell your friends, tell your family. Let's get the word out. We're gonna do this.
Yo,
Keep
we
the dream
passed the 3,000 mark.
Woo!
Guys, the Wiener Watch. Okay, I won't say what I was gonna say. The Wiener Watch continues. The bar continues to fill. Thank you guys so much. 46 backers, 3,000 winner. We have officially crossed 50%. We have officially, on this day, March 17th, 2024, we have officially crossed halfway point. Brian is spamming the poly jam. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Which means I'm going to show you what the secret is.
You're gonna show me?
I'm going to show you guys. You won't see it.
Oh. Oh.
You can't. Ah! Ray, somebody's Ray. Oh, I'm being transformed. I was like, what's happening?
I thought you were being hunted.
I'm being hunted for sport. Thank you for the 100 bits.
Clever girl.
Brian used some exposure bucks to transform me into both a gummy bear and Count Hinkula at the same time.
You know, I would love if you could combine them like that. That would be a great feature. Think about it.
Oh boy. And now, intense. Brian's not done, Ray.
Oh, okay. 60 second.
We have got a 60-second. I mean, he can. Don't you dare start it. So we have a 60-second drawing challenge. Gummy Hinkle exploding with excitement. All right, hold on.
Okay.
You don't need to do it, Ray, because since Brian's here, he can do it.
I physically can't, so that's good.
That is good. Let me get my pen. No, I wasn't ready. Ah, God.
Go, Hinkle, go. Go, Hinkle, go. You can do it, buddy. We believe in you. Is this adding any pressure? Is this making it easier for you?
It's actually making it worse. All right, let's see.
39, 38. No, I don't know.
Whoa, what color? That's not the color at all I picked.
It's looking really good. You're nailing this. I believe in you.
I don't even know. It's like I'm dying. It's like this is not excitement.
Please, yeah. Oh no. Okay. I believe in you. You can do this. I am the angel on your shoulder telling you that you are strong, you are powerful. You can draw a gummy bear exploding in 60 seconds. Probably like 10 seconds left.
I also used hey, spoiler alert, I used the wrong brush.
Oh.
Because I wasn't ready.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh, Mary, Mother of 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 God!
I have no idea what's happening. I need all your I see what they look like.
This will be a great moment for you to listen to afterwards.
Drink a Dr. Pepper.
Okay, great. I'm excited to see it. Is it
that
glorious?
guys, you don't understand. That means Brian likes it.
Oh.
That's how he shares his approval.
Oh.
And thus the redeems were queued. Nah, they're fine. They're fine. There's our Gummy Hink exploding with excitement. The struggle bus is full force today. J-Freak says this is peak entertainment while I am being an adult and cleaning my place.
Boo.
Brian says, I know why people spam my redeems now. That was fun. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, that'll be it. Ray can't hear anything. By the way, Ray doesn't hear any of the redeems. He doesn't hear the music. He doesn't know what, like, he just hears my voice. So when there's awkward pauses, his brain is a Twitter as what's happening. It's like, I wonder what's occurring.
Yeah, are we just being awkward or are we waiting for something to finish? I'll never
And you
know
know what? It's usually a combo of both. Thank you so much, Brian, for... I should probably set a timer for Gummy. All the things happen at the same time. All right, let me get 15 minutes for Gummy Hink, and then after 15 minutes, I'll switch it to Count Hinkula. And then also, I need to show you guys the sticker.
Yes, the $3,000
that
reveal.
That I said I would never print, because I'm like, I'm not going to print this. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants this. Let's see. I need.
Wait. So your incentive for people to back was making a sticker nobody wants?
That's my. I assume nobody wants it, but I am proved wrong. I am proved wrong all the time. Just got a new follow. Lennon Patton is followed. Hey, thank you so much.
That's
Thank
my
you
boy.
so much. Ray's bringing in all the friends. Love it. Thank you. So this is the fourth sticker here. This should give it away. Ray can't see. The Hinklegachi is being printed as a sticker.
Okay, that's
you
actually
guys,
a good one.
You guys will have your own pocket Kevin.
I was so sure it was going to be the shake weight.
Oh god. Should I add another one? Should I add another? I am highly contemplating adding a fifth sticker at another dollar amount when we hit it. So stay tuned. Everybody stay tuned. Everybody stay tuned. So we passed $3,000 on the campaign. We've passed the halfway point. An anonymous gifter gave Lennon Patton a tier 1 sub. Look at that. Look at that. Woo. It's a Hinklegachi. It's a Hinklegachi.
I always let mine die.
You Sorry. Are like instantly. I will give Ray a Hinklegachi, and as his hand is outstretched to receive it, once the warmth of his fingertips touches it, I will die. It's instantaneous.
You are the toy. Wait a minute, hold on.
I know, I'm the toy. The Hinklegachi will die immediately.
It's like the Death Note Hinklegachi. What the heck?
Minecraft Architect Monka S. I don't know what that means. Is that a emote? Mystery bag sticker of a Hinkle transformation add-on. That's right. Lennon says, "My boy, I'm an old man."
Well, you didn't need to tell them that.
What's a tier 1 sub? So you got a sub here, which means you don't get ads. You will get no ads when you watch me on future live streams if you choose to come back around. And you also get top tier Hinkle emotes, such as the SpongeBob hype, such as the Skelly Hink.
If Lennon's asking that, you may have to explain where the emotes are.
Such as the Wow Ray. Why did Nightbot get mad at Sue? What did you do, Sue? Oh, you just shared a link to a clip. Twitch, it won't even let you do a that's silly. Whatever. All right.
That's a no-no.
My MacBook freaked out when I was trying to clip. See, that'll teach you. That'll teach you. We're happy you're here, Lennon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Ray's on with me. We've been talking about all kinds of stuff. And we just passed the halfway point on my Kickstarter campaign for my doodle book. 100 pages, just under 100 pages, 850 drawings that I've done over the course of about a year and a half. And we're just talking about all the stuff, talking about all the things.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, do you know already in the first book you had sections called streaming stories?
Yeah.
Where you'd sort of tell, little adventures that happen in these live streams. And if you guys are here, you can see there's always something happening. Do you know what you're going to include in book 2?
I don't know definitively, but I have some contenders. So I'm gonna open up this one. This one, believe it or not, we're looking at Horse Kevin. This was not in the first book. I thought several times that this was in the first book. It was not, because Kevin.
If you guys are unsure about what the horse thing is about, you need to type !horse in the chat, and it'll explain everything.
All your dreams will come true. So Horse Kevin, yes, Horse Kevin needs to be a streaming story. Pretty confident. And that's me with the horse head and the handlebar mustache. That it needs to have a streaming story. Pretty confident. Also, I think the Roboham. So we got Roboham up on the screen now. I think Roboham needs to be a streaming story. And I also think possibly the Internet Pirate. Possibly.
The internet pirate.
That is the troll face with the Napster captain hat and the hook.
Okay.
Potentially. So
I had no idea what you were talking about.
yeah. Lennon likes pirates. Napster troll for the win. See? See? Yeah, thank you guys for the support on the campaign today. I really appreciate that. It makes me feel better about myself. What else we got? Anybody have any questions? Anything in the chat? Otherwise, we're gonna let Ray continue through his list of 52 questions.
He's like, please, anyone, any questions that are not these.
I need that pirate emoji when I play Marvel Snaps as Lennon. The internet
Heck
pirate?
Yeah.
Love it. All about it.
That's our game. That's pretty much all we text about is Marvel Snap, by the way.
What is that, a mobile game?
Yeah, it's a mobile game.
Okay, gotcha. Sue says,
You would like it? You want to play it?
Sue says, what's your... That voice was funny. What's your absolute top 3 doodles, Kevin? So Sue wants to know, what are my top 3 doodles? That is an excellent question. I think... Therefore I am. No, I think that the Snarky Dog has to be one of the top 3. Has to be. It was drawn during episode 1. It was like the first time anybody... It was like the first time I had like a memeable thing that I drew, right? That like became its own thing in the stream. And then it got redrawn on episode 100. Let me find it so I can show you guys. Episode 100, I think. So the Snarky Dog, here we go. Snarky Dog has to be one of the top 3, for sure. Snarky Dog, right there. And that's one of the stickers I'm putting in the pack. There's Snarky Dog. And then I would also say one of
Iron Horse, of course.
Lord. In 2021, this will make Bobo Laveau and or at least his children very happy. I have settled in that the robotic octopus with a pumpkin pie for its head eating itself is definitely top 3 of all time. That is top 3 of all time for sure. As a robotic, mechanical octopus with pumpkin pie for its head eating itself. That one is in the top 3. And I guess for tradition's sake, the lumberjack wiener has to be also in the top 3. And that's right down there on the bottom of the screen. Manning the Wiener Watch. They
All
are
original
very proud.
ideas. I love it.
Yeah, and that's also on purpose. I think I would, if the question was what are your favorite 3 with like fan art and stuff, it'd probably be a different answer versus like original stuff.
Because Ninja Turtle Kermit is up there in mine. Just
Ninja Turtle Kermit is a great one in general. I'll show that. Let's take a look at that. That was like 2020.
Yeah.
Where has the time gone, Ray?
It makes fools of us all.
Here we go. This is Ninja Turtle Kermit. Look at it. Ninja Turtle Kermit's actually kind of great. It's actually kind of amazing.
Kind of brilliant.
Sue says good choices. Lennon says very David Cronenberg, the pumpkin pie robot eating itself. Look at this. This Kermit has a cup of tea, guys. I mean, this is great. I should give this a full-fledged, high-definition redraw.
I think that's something that would sell. I'm just letting you know that.
So I did that with the pumpkin pie robot as well. So that's the doodle. So here, to your question earlier, Ray, what's the difference between a doodle and a polished piece of art? This is the doodle. This is the pumpkin robotic octopus with a pumpkin pie for a head eating itself. That's a doodle. And then here's that same subject matter, full high resolution, full polish. Here it is again for all the lovely people at home. I would wear a shirt with the TMNT Kermit. Love it. Bubba Laveau says, what item that was suggested for a doodle stream were you most happy to be able to avoid doing? What item that was suggested on a stream were you the most happy to be able to avoid doing? That's it. I don't know how to answer that question. So something I didn't want to draw. Something that somebody put in the chat, I'm like, nah, I don't want to draw that. I mean, I usually don't acknowledge it.
Yeah, you
right?
keep a list of that?
I don't sit there and go, so let's see. So Sue's
Bad
putting in the
ideas.
chat. Sue wants me to draw this. Sue can take a hike. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go down. I don't usually say it on the stream.
Here. I've got something of that flavor though.
Go
that
for it.
may be a little more helpful. I was gonna ask you, are there any doodles you regret?
Ooh. Doodles I regret.
Yeah, maybe you wish you hadn't drawn that.
Hadn't drawn at all or just drawn better?
I guess I'll leave that up to your interpretation, but I'm gonna guess the answer to drawn better is all of them.
A lot of the older ones, for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm thinking
regret.
more like, wow, I really wish I hadn't drawn that. I wish I didn't have that image in my mind anymore.
I'm skimming real quick. Is there any that I'm like, man, why did I draw that? Let's see. I don't think there's any that are like that bad that I was like, oh,
You know,
what have I done?
Other than that Wonder Woman you did, but you know, we don't talk about that.
But I redeemed Wonder Woman. That was just a bad drawing. I don't think there was any that I was just like, wow, I should hang up my pencil and stop. What have I done? I've committed a crime.
Not even the drawing of the pancreas, huh?
No, that's Bubble of O's. I think. And I'll show that here so you guys can see. I did. Okay, this was the live stream that I was the most nervous for. So I had about a 2-year run. A 2-year run where patrons picked the theme of the live stream. So, you know, if they're like, I want to do a whole live stream about animation, and then everybody that's watching could pitch prompts. So somebody had pitched body parts, and it was totally a meme. It's because I was doing a live stream and I said, hey, you guys can pick whatever you want. I was trying to promote the Patreon. Like, hey, if you want me to draw body parts, and someone was like, I'm gonna be a troll, and immediately asked for body parts. I don't remember who did it, honestly. I could probably go and look. Maybe someone in the chat knows. I don't remember. But so somebody asked for body part. I was so nervous. I'm like, this is gonna go off the rails.
I don't understand how.
I don't understand how either, right? We got, is it a butt? This is the most popular doodle. When little kids look through the book, the first book, they all stop and laugh. All of them. They love it. I donated a copy of this book to my son's elementary school when it came out, and the teacher, when I did a parent, they're like, our kids just love your book. They love that butt drawing too. It's like, yeah. There's only 849 other great drawings, but we all remember the butt. I remember
which one's the best.
Who was the person that suggested this one? Bolovo. I don't remember. Sue says, I don't understand how. Look, you're making Sue laugh. Butts are hilarious, says Lennon. That's what I'm told. Oh, it was you? Bobo Laveau was he's responsible for this.
That sounds about right.
We got a nose. This is the musculature you were talking about. This is the paraspinal muscles.
Yes.
We got the trendy skull. Infinite hands. We got cat beans. Who asked for cat beans?
I don't know, but that sounds like something my wife would ask for.
I guess we'll never know.
No, nobody could ever watch that again.
We got a crab claw. Yeah, interesting. So I don't think there was any that I'm like just highly regretted drawing, but there was definitely some rough drawings that were not great.
Fair enough. Not even the Furby.
Oh, the
Death on
long
Furby
Furby?
boat.
Oh
yeah, the long Furby.
Wait. This one. This is Furby as the ferryman to the River of the Dead.
Yes.
I mean, that's not terrible. That's great.
Why didn't we ever do a claymation episode?
Pixel Keepers here cursed. Claymation would be bad. Probably. Oh, that's the timer? I'm gonna switch over to Count Hinkula and then restart the timer for another 15 minutes. We gotta make sure Brian is accurately compensated for his exposure buff. Oh, what is
We
this
wouldn't
doing?
want him to feel shorted.
Oh, what is that accidental ad placement? All right. Sue says, I love that one. Swart Masters says, welp, I did a thing. You did a thing? What thing did you do?
Uh-oh.
Pause for dramatic effect.
I'm waiting.
I just threw your Kickstarter in Duck Bricks' Discord server. I don't know. I don't know what
How
that
could you?
I don't know what that means, but thank you.
You monster.
Thank you.
I mean, thank you.
You.
Is this a good thing?
You're a monster. Hey, we're all about free promotion. We're all about the shout outs. Can we get a shout out for Swart Master, please?
Yay, okay, I did it. Yeah! Congratulations, you've been shouted out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
Thank you.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh no.
Go on, Ray. Continue on.
What are we doing here? That's my question. What are we doing here? What is this?
Have you, Ray,
Is this a stream?
have you ever drawn anything on your viewer request stream that you're like, why did I bring this into existence?
I don't think there's anything I've drawn on that stream that I didn't regret. Oh my gosh.
In real time, you open up the file and delete it all. Like, and goodbye.
We draw a lot of very disturbingly inaccurate. I almost said pelicans.
Hey,
Flamingos.
but you have a you could put together a
species right.
you could put together a flamingo art book when it's all done. That'll be your Kickstarter
really could.
campaign. It's just the flamingos through the eras.
Funnily enough, I do have a pitch for you right now for the next one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, it's dog themed.
Great.
The Poodle Book.
The Poodle Book?
Poodle Book. Brilliant. $1 million idea. I'll wait for your applause. And your laughter.
I gave you the fail horn instead. All right.
Okay.
Go on. What else should we? You guys have any questions? Poodle doodles.
Hey, I've got a question for you.
Go on.
This is very important.
I'm ready.
I'm just gonna start with a broad. What lessons did you learn making that first book that can come into the second and make it better?
That's a great question.
This is a real question, by the way.
That is a real question. What lessons came out of the first book? I think a lesson that you have to consistently be retaught is to not take for granted that just because you put it out there that it's going to even succeed. You know, I mean, it's good to be confident. I think confidence is a really strong trait, and it can be infectious and it can be a very positive force. But you can't assume just because you pitch it and you've presented it well and you've thrown it out there that you don't need to put any work into making it happen.
Yes.
There's a lot of people, this is like even a more broader point I'm trying to make. There's a lot of incredibly talented artists and artisans and crafters and writers and creative people that make things, and they are awful at promotion or marketing. And I get it. Like, you don't need to be a world-class marketer, right? Like, you don't. But they don't put enough effort into sharing what they've done and promoting and talking about it. And I think that is only at their own detriment.
And I want to add on to that. I want to say,
Yeah.
you know, I've seen people who they do work hard to promote, but they also forget how to promote to people who aren't familiar with them. Like, they don't tell us why what they're doing is interesting. They're just like, yeah, here's a thing I made. And it's like, okay, that's cool.
Sure.
But why do I care?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I fall into that all the time. I try to remind myself that, like, you're exposing, like, your content to new people every day, your art, your writing, or whatever. I mean, at least I hope you are, right? I hope that you're getting somebody new. And so people are coming into your ecosystem brand new. They don't know anything. They don't know Banana Man. They don't know who Banana Man is.
How could they?
So, you know, you kind of have to catch them as they enter in, you know, so they don't land on their land on, they don't fall. Lennon says Rob Liefeld can't draw feet, and we all know who he is. Yeah.
Very true.
I can't draw feet either.
Do you know who Rob Liefeld is, by the way?
He did Deadpool, didn't he?
Yes. Okay, I just checking.
And he also did the awesomely infamous Captain America cover.
Nerd check. Yes, correct.
That is the only. I'm like, he's the guy that did Deadpool and the guy that did that Captain America cover. Those are the big chest America. Oh yeah,
It's
maximum
really all
chest.
you need to know.
Maximum chest. He's a
Someone
nice.
did an amazing.
Is he a nice
update
guy?
Of that with Falcon.
He's a nice guy,
Rob
right?
Liefeld?
Or is he not? I don't know anything about him. I know nothing about him.
Well, Kevin, I didn't know it was gonna be this kind of stream.
Oh, is it this kind of stream? Okay. Is there scandals? It doesn't matter. We'll move on.
There are, funnily enough. It's not for now. I'll talk to you about it later.
I am all for it. Pixel Keeper says Hawaiian shirt. Is he a Hawaiian shirt or not? Yeah, that's our joke about when we're out at the Comic Cons. We're like, you can see kind of the old guard, quote, air quote, the old guard. You kind of there's some tells.
Hey, you're talking about my people. I'm gonna need you to back off now.
I'm just saying. Ray, what do you wear when you go? Okay, here's the real question. Ray, what do you wear when you go to a con and you sell? What is your quote unquote uniform when you were at an
You need
event?
a Hawaiian shirt. Every time, Hawaiian shirt. You don't wear one? What are you talking about?
No, Ray. Pixel Keeper's like, no, Ray. It's all right. It's fine. It's good. Lennon has lots of Hawaiian shirts.
No, I have a very nice professional polo that I wear, of course. Of course.
Does it have your logo on it?
I always wanted it to have my logo on it, but I never was to that point. Never got there.
Yeah, I don't have any apparel that's like branded. I have my enamel pin, and I usually wear that. But I don't like, like our buddy Nick Lanza. He has like the hoodie that has like his logo like massive on the back. I'm trying to think, is there any Vandal? He rocks. He is like 100% dialed up on the branding. Like he has his business printing on like his face masks, on his bags, on his shirt, like on everything, and it's all the right color scheme.
Wow. Actually, funnily enough, I did the opposite. I had your branding on some of my stuff because I just happened to have one of your face stickers I slapped on my boxes.
I love it. Amazing. Amazing. Lennon answered my question that says, oh, he can be nice, just not online. There you go. That told me what I needed to know.
There you go.
Cool. All right. Moving on. We're an hour and 40 minutes in, by the way. The plan was to go about 2 hours, so we're getting near the end. So if anybody, of course, at any point you have any questions for me, questions for Ray, fire away. This is just kind of a casual roundtable kind of thing.
Well, I was going to ask you, on that note, talking about things you've learned from the first book.
Oh, yeah,
Is there perhaps a lesson where you might learn to put the QR code in the back in a place where it doesn't have to crack the spine to be scanned?
Let me take a look. I don't know what you're talking about. Hold on. Entertain the people.
I'm razzing you right now. It's just sort of in the corner, and like you have to stretch it all the way open to scan it. I'm like, Kevin, why did you do this to me? Not that I need to find your stuff, but
okay,
it wouldn't be this stream if I didn't give you some razzing.
What are you, Ray? This QR code is 3 inches by 3 inches.
Yeah, and it's inside the seam. You got to put it on the outside, man. Come on.
What? I think I want the internet's opinion on. Okay, we'll all right. We'll stick a pin in that.
This is important, guys. We need to stop everything.
We'll stick a pin in that. Bubble of O says, when you read about people booking rooms for cons at the last minute, do you yell Outlook or keep it in? I yell outwardly. I hate it.
That's some inside baseball.
I can't stand it. I can't. Lennon says, do you have any conventions coming up? So this year I don't, because I'm doing a big move in June. I'm moving. So I'm in Connecticut right now, and I'm moving from Connecticut to Texas. So, and I'm also unemployed. So I don't have a lot of money. I'm also trying to move. But I mean, last year I did 18 events The year prior, I did 28 events. I usually average somewhere between 20 to 30 shows. So as of right now, I have no shows planned, but I am planning to get back into the con circuit probably 2025 summer. That's what I'm thinking. Probably. We'll see.
And importantly, for Lennon to know, you are moving down to Texas. So in theory, this could be a convention you could see him at.
Yeah, I'll be moving in or as close to Austin as I can get. That's where I'm from. So I'm originally from Austin, Texas. And then at some point, my lifelong dream, my bucket list dream of vending at the same event as Ray will occur at some point.
Lifelong dream. That is sad.
Bucket list item.
Oh no, I'm so sorry for you.
That's a shame.
It's just gonna be so disappointing for you. I'm just so sad.
Brian's like, that's quite the dream.
Yeah. You're gonna come and you're gonna be like, oh, this is what it's like. Oh.
You know, I mean, I guess this is in a surprise to nobody, right? But like, as I make more connections with other artists that go to these shows, I mean, I have such a more enjoyable time, you know. And I guess again, it's in a surprise to nobody. But like when I go to an event here, like a Kineticon or Terrificon, and I know half of the artists there well, like not even just like tangentially, like, oh, I see this person once a year. How you doing, Bob? Like know them well and speak to them regularly. It just makes it a lot more enjoyable. And it also, you have more people to lean on when things are awful.
Oh.
Lennon says, I go to Texas frequently. Austin is a great town, and South by Southwest is yeah. Yep.
So yeah, we could all just have a good time one of these days, sometime in the future, friends.
Sue says, being at a show with... we need to look at the juxtaposition of these comments. So Sue says, being at a show with Kevin was legit a dream come true. Brian says, being with Kevin at a show is such a burden. All he does is complain and drink coffee. I love it.
I can't. I can't.
It's not true.
It's a burden.
There's no debate. I'm not debating anything. But yeah, Sue, so I did AwesomeCon in Washington, D.C. This was actually kind of amazing. I did AwesomeCon in D.C. Twice, 2022 and 2023. In 2022, I booked just a standard artist table in their artist alley, and they just gave me a corner table, which was crazy. I mean, that was like a difference in hundreds of dollars, but they just gave it to me. I was like, all right. I think people are still kind of like getting out of post-pandemic, getting back to the shows and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of artists that didn't show up, that had like booked tables and just didn't show up.
Oof.
So I had like the product and the equipment for a standard art like size table, and I had a little bit extra. I could expand a little bit, but I did not have enough to move a standard inlet table to a corner. And so I was staying with Sue, who was very generous to let me crash on her couch while I was in the area. And she's also an artist. I was like, hey, do you want to like just bring stuff and just like set up on the corner? And she did, and it was great. So we had like we were both facing both opposite sides of the corner, and she was able to set up some stuff and draw and talk to people and get a little bit of that experience in the big Comic-Con life. So
yeah, that's really cool. Was that her first? I don't think she's vended before.
I think so. I think that was.
I mean, I know she's done cons, but
she can correct us. I think so.
Yeah.
NC Animate says, "I know someone we can raid at the end." Nice. Is it an artist doing art? Pause for dramatic effect. Sue says, "Yeah, that was her first time. Yeah, it was good.
Very
a lot of fun.
cool.
But yeah, I would love to. This may be actually maybe it's a bad idea for us to vend at the same show. I think we'll just be like schoolboys, like with shenanigans too much. We'd be playing like jokes on each other. We'd be like, yo, put this on that guy's tab.
Yes.
I'm gonna show up and be like, yes, I'm here to set up. Business name is funny_figs.
Listen, can you just go over to that guy's table and just like look at his stuff and just give just a look of disgust and walk away?
Okay, timer is up, so I switched back to regular old me. So we are back to
Congratulations.
normal Kevin. Brian says Kevin has a very different criteria he looks for in a raid target. He can handle that. Just sit back and enjoy the stream. Thanks, man. Yeah, I like to raid other artists. I mean, I make exceptions every now and then, but I like to find another artist who's doing art. Even artists I follow, I'm like, Arctic Arts, you're not doing art.
Yeah. You got to keep in the ecosystem.
But thank you, I appreciate that. So yeah, what else? What are some other spicy questions? Give me some of the spicier questions you got, Ray. Ray. I said
You're not
raid.
ready for them.
Come on, raid. Am I not ready? Go ahead, give me one. Give me one.
Okay, I'll build you up. Well, honestly, the QR thing was my spiciest one. But do you ever secretly make your own suggestions because everyone else's suck?
Yes.
And then like put them in the box?
No, I don't do that. But yes. You know what? It actually hasn't happened very often, but there's been I would say 5 or less streams where it was just like, it was chugging. And low numbers, low participation, low audience. The theme is a little maybe too niche or not interesting enough. And
I can't think of a single stream like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. But it doesn't happen, thankfully, it didn't happen a lot. But I never went in, and I would actually just draw it myself. I just say, I'm going to draw this, and I just draw it. I wouldn't even bother putting it in the suggestion box.
You didn't gaslight people?
No. Make my fake
like,
account.
Oh. this guy, H.
Schmevin. we got a prompt in from Schmevin. Schmevin draws. Schminkle. Yeah. Schminkle draw. Mr. Schminkle. Yo, Mr. Schminkle. That's my alias.
All right. Well, I've got a few more spices for you here. How about this one? When's the last time you took a vacation?
That's a great question. Sue says, Heaven Kinkle. Pixel says, Kinkle K Binkle. And Brian says, Mr. Schminkle Dinkle. Look at it. I love it. Bobo, he would be like, oh, the only suggestions are from Bobo. I don't do Bobo. Yeah, it's true. The pain. The pain. I have... What's a vacation? Yeah. A genuine, real vacation. The last time I took a genuine, real vacation was in 2018.
Wow.
And that was when my friends, good friends, gave me a free ticket onto a cruise. So it was a cruise leaving Miami to Costa Maya. And I'd never been on a cruise before. I just had to get myself there. And I had actually had enough frequent flyer miles booked up from my corporate life. So I got the plane ticket. All I had to pay for the plane ticket was the taxes. It was like $11. And so I got a free plane ticket because of my corporate life. I got a free ticket on the cruise. And I had nothing to do. It was like genuinely have nothing to do every day. It was like a week-long thing. But yeah, the last time I've had like time off since then,
so
but like
6 years.
Yeah, but it's always been time off to like, oh, I'm not gonna do live streaming, but instead I'm gonna spend an entire week cleaning my house deep clean, right? Or I'm not gonna do this for a week, but instead I'm gonna do that. Instead of this, I'm doing that. Instead of that, like a vacation.
Kevin,
6 years.
Kevin, did you just tell me that your break is taking a break from live streaming to clean your house?
That's happened. Where I've been like, oh, I need to take a break from live streaming so I can do this. It's just like taking one thing off of your plate so you can do other things. Lennon says, here's a spicy question. Thoughts on AI art? What's your thoughts on AI art, Ray?
Oh, I'm pro AI art. Yeah, it's great stuff. Just keep it coming.
All right, I want to thank Ray for popping in the stream. We're going to give him a shout out real quick. Shout out for Ray.
Yay, okay, I did it. Yeah! Congratulations, you've been shouted out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
Hey, I love not having a job. Come on, guys. It's great.
Lennon says boo. Yeah, not
Please
a fan.
replace me.
Not a fan. I mean, when it first came out, I thought it was kind of cool, like the ability to like quickly get some like concept stuff flowing. But like it's so unregulated and it's out of control, and all these companies are looking to get free if not close to as free art as they can, and just
they
cut
are
out
drooling on the ground.
I mean,
They are
it's
salivating.
it's insane. I mean, every time you turn around, another company has gotten caught, right? It's like, well, there we go again. And what especially hurts, it genuinely hurts, is the companies that are reliant, like a Wacom, like a Adobe Photoshop, like the companies that are reliant on artists and graphic designers for their products are using that kind of, that really hurts. And I mean, you know, like the controversy recently with like one of the Sponuary winners was AI, and the guy admitted it and went on the record to say, "Yep, it's AI, and you guys are all salty because you lost to my Stable Diffusion." It's like, great, good for you, good for you. So I'm not like inherently against it, but it just needs to be done ethically and it needs to be regulated, and we need to stop trying to cut out people. Like that's kind of where I'm at with it. Let's see. In the chat, we've got Double Dog Dare says, which do you prefer, corporate life or artist life? And that's a good question, because corporate life was soul draining, but I was never broke. I was never stressed financially. I was never hurting. Artist life is very soul enriching, but I am constantly in a state of financial stress. It literally never stops. I am constantly stressed about money. I'm constantly stressed about, you know, how am I going to get finances for rent or for bills or for groceries, because nothing is stable. And that's a little bit more about the freelancing artist life versus like having an art job somewhere. I would gladly have an art job somewhere. But so that's the flip. One of them was soul draining, but perfectly fine financially and in a supportive context. And then the other is the opposite, where it's really soul enriching, but it's financially turbulent and stressful and disheartening. Swart Master says, yo, Wiener Watch. We got the bar crew on the Wiener Watch? It
No
did. No more.
No more.
I will say when we're done. Yo, thank you so much. We got another backer on the campaign. We're at 47 backers. 3,300. Wow. Thank you guys so much. If you're here in the stream, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hey, what are we gonna do if we can get to 50 before this stream ends?
Oh, I gotta do something crazy.
Yeah. Well, I dance on the table, but you guys can't see it.
Double Dog
I'll
Dare.
do it anyway,
Double Dog Dare says, "Look how big it is."
No. Stop it.
Jay Freaks has agreed. It would be great. It would be a great tool to get some concept or brainstorm ideas, but it definitely needs to be regulated and have the data sourced ethically. That's it, right there, done in one sentence.
Sure.
Pixel Keeper says, we don't need the work, to be honest. Yeah, to be honest, we don't need the work.
Yeah. Why? You know.
January break.
Having fulfillment is not worth it.
No.
I mean, it's just silly.
No. The January break for Kevin is vacuuming. Yeah, I mean, when I take off January from live streaming, I do like 1,000 other, like that time is instantly taken up by doing other things. Like it's not like a break. It's just like taking a thing off the plate and then putting something else on the plate that needs to be done, but it's been on the back burner. Sue says the technology and concept of it is really cool, but yeah, it's the regulation issues and stealing. Otherwise, I'd be more for it. Yep. And Lennon is ready for the robot overlord. So there we go.
Yeah. Well, and you know, that's the issue is like sometimes it's just admittedly really, really freaking good. And boy, that scares the crud out of me.
K-Cat Meow's coming in saying, how's the interview going?
Oh, she's subtly implying that we need to wrap it up.
Hey, this is my stream.
We're done when you say we're done.
I mean, at some point, Ray just might stop talking, but we'll be here. All of a sudden, it just cuts out. And Double Dog Dare wanted to clarify for everybody. they're talking about the Wiener Watch bar, okay? That's what they mean when they say how big it is.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
No more. Thank you guys so much. I am like crazy thankful that people jumped on the campaign during this. I'm very, very appreciative. Thank you very much.
Hey, I've got a question for you.
Yep.
Are we gonna see any cameos or extra bonuses from Whispers from Teardrop in this campaign?
I wasn't considering that.
Oh,
But there is. You want to see something cool? Speaking of cameos, look at this. This has This doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the Doodle book or doodles in general, but since you mentioned Whispers from Teardrop, so Whispers from Teardrop, which was my Inktober book. Let me open this up real quick. There was a couple reoccurring visual threads in the artwork that I did through the course of the month. So one of those was these flowers. So we have this. I've just opened up one of the days. We have some flowers. Bubble has Ray done good enough that we may get additional cost reams from others, or has he ruined it for everyone? Ray ruins everything all the time. Let's see.
Yep, not doing this again.
Yeah, he's done. He's out. Here's another one. So you see these flowers. These are star flowers, which I just made up for the thing. Here's a fairy that's like planting the star flowers. She's got the star flowers in her hair. But speaking of like kind of a cool Easter egg, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me go into. There is in the Pro Gamer's Guide to Making Friends.
Oh, what's that? I've never heard of it.
Which is the children's book that Brian and I put together, which we did our Kickstarter for. Last year? What is time? That was last year.
Wow. Yeah.
And that was successfully funded, and it's practically on its way to the printer. We have a.
Gosh, Kevin.
You're like feigned surprise. Like, what?
You produce so much content. It's incredible. I'm just a flutter.
This is the first I've heard of this. But yeah, so there's a pencil pouch. There's a pencil pouch that the backers could add on if they wanted, and there's some little drawings on it that our penguin character did. And I needed 2 flowers. So here's one flower, and then here's the other flower. And it's the same star flower from the Whispers of Teardrop universe.
Wait. Are you telling me that
it's
they are
all
canon to each other?
connected?
Oh my gosh, what? That is incredible.
I'm not saying anything.
Wow. I mean, it explains a lot, actually.
Oh, has Ray done enough to justify getting, co-streams? So obviously, getting another person on by audio is fine. We got it. Sharing screens is another thing, but I think we've taken the baby steps. We've taken the baby steps we'll get there. We'll get there.
And for those who are new, the reason they're asking is because you back in the day actually did like artist versus artist sketching style streams.
And I want to do that again. I want to do like art battles. Like I want to go cutthroat. Like I'm ready to take Carlos down.
2 artists enter, 1 artist leaves.
Enter the hi, dang it, Sue. The Hinkleverse, come into the Hinkleverse. Start connecting all the dots. So, but in terms of the Doodle book, no, I don't think there won't be any connections, I don't think.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Because
well, there goes all those questions.
Well, because a lot of the stuff that's in this one has already been drawn. It's like a collection, right, of everything. The exception being the backer doodles are going in, and those are new, and those are being created now. But other than that, most of it's just existing artwork I'm collecting together as an art book, basically.
And just as a reminder for anyone just tuning in, if you back the book, you too can get a doodle that gets put in this book.
These are examples on the screen right now of backer doodles that are going to be in the book. Sue says, Jamin says, thanks for the newer fun goal. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, are we doing a live react again? Are we doing a live Purple Note reacts to Kevin and Ray? Double dog. Like, all right, let's get back to the wiener. What else
Just
we got,
so
Ray?
you know, well, I'm getting the crazy eyes right now from my significant other.
The
just so you
crazy
know.
eyes.
Yeah, they're bad.
I mean, are crazy eyes good? Ever?
Oh yeah, they're great, Kevin. This means good things for me.
If you were streaming, I would have pulled that as a clip for sure. Anybody have any last questions? We're gonna let Ray go, and I'll wrap things up on my own, which is fine. The whole plan was 2 hours. Anybody have any last questions they want to ask Ray before he gets out of here?
And if they don't, I have 2 or 3 last questions for you that we can just rush through.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So these are sort of the wrap 'em up questions.
Let's do it.
What has been the most rewarding part of your art career so far, in your opinion?
Oh, I'll show you. Let me get a visual aid. Let me give you a visual aid for this. Let me go social media archive.
And while you're doing that, I just want to give you an update. My mom is still trying to figure out how to download Twitch to watch this.
Love it. Shout out to the mom. Can we get a shout out for Ray's mom? Let's see. I can't do it right now because I'm trying to grab this. Let's see. I want a good one. All right, right here.
Hey, okay, I did it. Yeah! Congratulations, you've been shouted out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
This,
Oh, okay.
I have a photo up. This is at an event. This is somebody who commissioned me at the show. They wanted Gino from Mario RPG. I just picked a random one. And this is the photo I took of him right after he came back to my booth and he picked it up. There is no more heartwarming feeling than when you as an artist create something for somebody and the joy they have on their face when they collect it and they're over the moon. And this goes for anything. This goes for commission work. This goes for freelance work. This goes for commissions at a show. But that smile, I live for the smile, Ray. Like when I have done the thing and I have delivered the thing, and then I just get to sit back and see how the thing is responded to. It does. Do I have 100% success rate where everyone is over the moon? No, I don't. It's high. Yeah. I think I have a high rate, but like there's some people that are like not, they settle or they're a little disappointed. But that look, that feeling of look how happy that person is that I created the thing they wanted and I brought some joy to their life. I live for that moment. So your question is, what is the most rewarding part? Is being the person to make that other person smile, be happy, and whatever other feelings come with that. That's it. I live
and that's
for
what it's all about. That's why you do art, right?
That's true.
Yeah. You've said this year is a journey.
It is.
Where do you hope the destination is?
Oh Lord, at a 9 to 5 with insurance.
Let me rephrase that question. Where do you hope the art destination is?
I appreciate that. Carlos is here. CRF_art room. Can we get a shout out for Carlos? Can we get a shout out for Carlos, please? I was promised a funny man, no sound by. Oh, Carlos has no sound. Can we retract that? Let's not give Carlos a shout out. Yes, thank you, Carlos. He's here. He can't listen to me, so he's just all right. Whatever. So yeah, this year is a big change for me. There's a lot of personal changes going. I mentioned I'm moving, but in terms of where do I hope the art journey goes, I mean, I hope I keep getting really cool opportunities that, I mean, I won't lie. I hope I keep getting opportunities that pay me. Like I said, I'm constantly in a place of financial stress, and it's really starting to take a genuine mental toll on me. Because of how many years I've been in that financial survival mode.
Why? I laugh out of commiseration, by the way. I totally get where you're coming from. Been there, still there, understand.
But elaborate. What do you mean? So yeah,
I thought there was crying in the background.
No, it's always laughter. I will review this footage. So yeah, I would ideally like to be able to keep getting opportunities to draw and bring happiness to people. I would hope that the money's there. I don't need to be rich. I just need to not be stressed out of my mind all the time. That's it. That's all. I'm not asking to be rich. I'm not asking to buy a second car. I'm just asking to not be stressed all the time. So I would like the journey to keep going, be able to make cool stuff for people, continue to take on freelance stuff and commission stuff, continue to do cons. I enjoy cons. I don't like doing like 30 a year. That's exhausting. I would prefer to do like 5 a year, 6 a year, right? Do some, get out there, have fun, not be like the serial con goer where you have to have like your schedules packed every weekend, otherwise you can't pay your bills. That's exhausting. I can't do that life. And I would like to continue to do more like my own original stuff.
Right.
I don't do a lot of that. I do a lot of fan art, as you guys know, but I would like to keep doing more original stuff, and that's why I've been leaning more into the fantasy stuff. That's why I have an elf version of my character this year, and I do like fantasy. The whole Whispers from Teardrop, that whole all of October was original artwork. So I'd like to do a little bit more original stuff.
Excellent. Well, I hope you get to do it. I am going to have to leave you very shortly, but I want to thank you for having me on. It's been a real pleasure. Again, if you guys aren't already supporting it, you need to get on this doodle book. It is a celebration of 5 years of incredible work, a man's life put on the line for you guys to see. You just a delight on every page. And so I'm going to leave you now with this final thought-provoking question, if you are ready for it.
You know what? This is serious. I'm going to turn the music off.
Okay.
All right. You have our full undivided attention.
Hey, Kevin, have you ever considered frosted tips? I think they'd look good.
I want to thank Ray for tuning in today and helping have this awesome conversation with me. Everybody, follow Ray at FunnyFigs or at Funny_Figs at Pixel Keeper. Don't you start. Don't you? You're a fellow Kevin. Don't do this. Not like this. Not like this. Ray, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. I have fun talking to you. Ray's going to go sulk back into the bushes, Homer Simpson style. I'm going to end the Discord call, Ray. Ray, I'll talk to you later, man.
Thank you. You have fun.
Bye.
Bye. Think about those frosted tips.
And we're going to go ahead and cut Ray off. There we go. Very thought-provoking question indeed. I am not... Guys, what hair do you want me to frost?
Hi, Kevin.
The Eyebrow Express is here. You just missed Ray. Ray just left. Lennon says, thanks for the invite in this. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for popping in. Thank you all for being here. So yeah, that's kind of it. That's all I had planned for today. Does anybody have any... Did we get Ray's wonderful mother on not even 30 seconds after Ray leaves? Thank you so much for being here. We're gonna go ahead and incredible. Thank you for tuning in. We're just in. Ray is awesome. Guys, make sure you're checking out Ray. Ray is FunnyFigs on all the socials. FunnyFigs. Sometimes he has to put an underscore. So we make fun of him. We say funny_figs. But he is on all the socials. He streams. He is streaming later today. Ray is streaming this evening. Around 8-ish. You missed Ray. I'm sorry. He was on for the previous 2 hours. He just left. And thank all you guys for tuning in, and I hope it was interesting. I hope it was an interesting conversation, some interesting questions. Do you guys have any final questions or anything before we wrap for today? Thank you to everyone that supported the book, too. We had several people back on the book. We've crossed the halfway point. We've passed 50%, which is incredible. There's 14 days left, and we're halfway there. That's amazing. I'm super thankful. Back, Kevin, guys, go. And Sue's going to stream as well. Sue is live streaming as well today, and Sue never live streams. So we got to get a shout out for Sue.
Hey, okay, I did it. Yeah! Congratulations, you've been shouted out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
Jay Freak says, yes, I need volume 2 to add to my book collection. Come get to meet Sheet later. We got to meet Sheet. In a couple hours, Sue's going to be live streaming in a couple hours. And, of course, shout out to all the friends, all my fellow artists who popped in. Jay Freak, Pixel Keeper, Eyebrow Express, all you guys, Double Dog Dare, Ray's mom. Shout out to Ray's mom. Lennon popped in. All the folks. You guys are awesome. Boba Laveau. I hope you guys had a great time. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap. Who do we raid? Who do we raid? Oh, Helk is doing Stardew Valley. I mean, I usually like to live stream artist. Be like, Helk, switch over to art for a second. Let me. Can you, Kevin? Are you still here? Pixel Keeper, are you still here? We're gonna raid a close friend of mine who's helped me recently also deal with a lot of nonsense. My buddy Joe, who is Helk Pixel, he does pixel art. He's not doing pixel art right now, but we're gonna coerce him to talk about art for a second. We're gonna coerce him to talk about art just for a second. We'll be like, we like this farm, but you need to talk about art for just a second. He is an awesome artist. He's an awesome friend. Let me get this set up for you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Let's go say hi to Joe. We're gonna be like, Joe, talk about art. John Y, thanks for popping in. Everybody, you guys are awesome. Thank you for supporting the campaign. Thank you guys for tuning in for the live stream. I'm not going to be live again until Thursday because I can't live stream on Tuesday. I have taxes. That's my tax appointment. So I'm not going to be live for a little bit, but I will see you guys again. Let's go say hi to Joe and say, Joe, slams fist on the desk. Talk to us about your awesome art. See you guys next time. Thanks again.
Do I not have a raid thing?